every year on 16 September, we celebrate the International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer across the globe. On this day, 33 years ago, 197 countries signed a treaty to phase out the use of substances that harm or deplete the ozone layer. What is ozone layer? Now, Aisha Roha is here to tell us more about it.
A very warm good morning to one and all. I am here to speak a few words on the topic ozone layer. What is ozone layer? Yes, ozone layer or ozone shield is a region in Earth's stratosphere that absorbs most of sun's ultraviolet radiation. The ozone layer was discovered in 1913 by French physicists Charles Fabry and Henry Buisson. Ozone layer contains a high concentration of ozone when related to other parts of the atmosphere. It also contains less than 10 parts per million ozone, while the average ozone in the world is about 0.3 parts per million. It is found in the lower portion of the stratosphere, approximately 15 to 35 km from above Earth. 97 to 99% of ultraviolet rays with medium frequency from sun is absorbed by the ozone layer. In 1976, atmospheric research revealed that ozone layer was being depleted due to chemicals released from the industries, mainly chlorofluorocarbons. Concerns that increased ultraviolet radiation due to ozone depletion may threaten life on Earth and increase skin cancer in humans and more ecological problems. The United Nations General Assembly designed September 16 as the International Day for Ozone Layer. By this, I am concluding my words. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Aisha. So now we got to know more about the ozone layer. And next, we have Devi coming in to explain how the ozone layer is getting depleted.
So friends, now I am going to say what is ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion is the thinning of the ozone layer present in the upper atmosphere. This happens when the chlorine and bromine atoms in the atmosphere come in contact with the ozone and destroys the ozone molecules. One chlorine can destroy up to 1 lakh molecules of ozone. It is destroyed more quickly than it is created. Some compounds release chlorine and bromine on exposure to high ultraviolet light, which then contributes to the ozone layer depletion. Such compounds are known as ozone depleting substances. The ozone depleting substances that contain chlorine include chlorofluorocarbon, carbon tetrachloride, hydrochlorofluorocarbons, and methyl chloroform, whereas the ozone depleting substances that contain bromine are halones, methane bromide, and hydrobromofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons are most abundant ozone depleting substances. It is only when the chlorine atom reacts with some other molecule, it does not react with ozone. Now I am going to say what are the causes of ozone layer depletion. The ozone layer depletion is a major concern and is associated with a number of factors. The main cause responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer are: number 1, chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs are the main cause of ozone layer depletion. These are released by solvents, spray aerosols, refrigerators, air conditioners, etc. The molecule of chlorofluorocarbon in the stratosphere are broken down by the ultraviolet radiation and release chlorine atoms. These atoms react with ozone and destroys it. Number 2, unregulated rocket launches. Researchers say that unregulated launching of rocket result in much more depletion of ozone layer than the CFCs do. If not controlled, this might result in a huge loss of the ozone layer by the end of 2050. Number 3, nitrogenous compounds. The nitrogenous compounds such as NO2, NO, N2O are highly responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer. Number 4, natural causes. The ozone layer has been found to be depleted by certain natural processes such as sunspot and stratospheric wind. But it does not cause more than 1 to 2% of the ozone layer depletion. The volcanic eruptions are also responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer. So friends, that's all about ozone layer depletion. Thank you.
What is the significance of the ozone layer? Now, Neja is here to tell us more.
Ozone layer depletion increases the amount of UVB that reaches the Earth's surface. Laboratory and epidemiological studies demonstrate that UVB causes non-melanoma skin cancer and plays a major role in malignant melanoma development. Sunburn, chronic sun damage, photodermatosis are some effects of ozone layer depletion on the skin. Cancer of cornea and conjunctiva, oval melanoma, acute solar retinopathy are some of the effects of the ozone depletion on the eye. It also affects our immune system, general well-being, that is the sleep-wake cycles, seasonal affective disorders, moods, etc. Other effects are cutaneous vitamin D production, prevention of rickets, osteoporosis, osteomalacia, and so on.
The COVID-19 pandemic, lockdowns have been imposed in many countries, which in turn shut down the industries which produce the substances that harm and destroy the ozone layer. So let's find out what impact did the 2020 lockdown have on our ozone layer, and Anaina is here to talk about the same.
Hi everyone. I think that now we all are familiar with the ozone layer and in what all ways it gets depleted. So now I would like to tell you all about how the current 2020 lockdown has affected our ozone layer. With the COVID-19 pandemic in place, most of the countries have advised its citizens to remain indoors. In many countries, a lockdown has been ordered to prevent the transmission of the disease. This has led to several instances which was impossible to witness in our usual lives. From finding animals in the street to breathing fresh clean air, people are tweeting about how the current lockdown is good for our environment. The sudden drop in the pollution level across the globe has led to a positive effect on the ozone layer. With less vehicles on the road and people being vigilant about their activities, the ozone layer has finally got its breathing space. A scientific paper published in heralds a rare success in the reversal of environmental damage and shows that the collective global action can make a difference. The study also hints that the full healing of the ozone layer might be possible in the coming days. Montreal Protocol was actually a treaty that was signed between 197 countries in order to reduce the use of ozone-depleting substances. It was reported that the environment has recorded less number of ODS since the year 2000 due to the combined effect of cutting down of ODS. The largest hole in the ozone layer, spreading over 1 million km per square above the Arctic, has closed due to unusual atmospheric condition. Even though the fact that the lockdown is surely showing the signs of ozone restoration, the Montreal Protocol has also resulted in the same. So the COVID-19 pandemic has led to a huge loss and has covered the entire world with its black cloud. It has some positive sides too. In this new experience, the nature seems to be reclaiming its glory. It seems to be in its healing mode and we are witnessing a sight behold. With this, I am concluding my words. Thank you and have a nice day.
Now we have understood what the significance of the ozone layer is. So let's find out how we can protect it, and Varnika is here to talk about the same.
The ozone layer depletion is a serious issue and various programs that have launched by the government of various countries to prevent it. Steps should be taken at individual levels to prevent the depletion of the ozone layer. Following are some methods for preventing it. Method 1. Avoid using chemical pesticides. Natural methods should be implemented to get rid of the pest and the weeds instead of using chemicals to remove it. Manually, pesticides helps in growing your farm and plant cause harm to the ozone layer and contribute to ozone layer depletion. Method 2. Minimize the use of vehicles. The vehicles emit a large amount of greenhouse gases that lead to global warming as well as ozone depletion. Therefore, the use of vehicles should be minimized as much as possible. The easiest technique to minimize ozone depletion is to limit the number of vehicles on the road. So the best transport is bicycle or walking. Method 3. Use eco-friendly cleaning products. Most of the cleaning products have chlorine and bromine, releasing chemicals that find a way in affecting the ozone layer. These should be substituted with natural products to protect the environment. Most of the household cleaning products are loaded with harsh chemicals, so use natural and eco-friendly cleaning products to arrest the situation. Method 4. The use of the nitrous oxide should be prohibited. The government should take action and prohibit the use of harmful nitrous oxide that is adversely affecting the ozone layer. People should be made aware of the harmful effect to nitrous oxide and the products emitting this gas. The Montreal Protocol, formed in 1989, helped a lot in the limitations of chlorofluorocarbons. However, the nitrous oxide is still in use today. The government must take action to reduce the rate of the ozone depletion. Method 5. Buy local products. In this way, you not only get fresh products, but you avoid consuming the foods that has traveled long distances. As more distance traveled, the more nitrous oxide is produced due to the medium used to transport that product. Method 6. Maintain air conditioners. As they malfunction, it causes chlorofluorocarbon to escape. Buy air conditions and refrigeration equipments that do not use hydrochlorofluorocarbon as refrigerant.
Now, Mayuga is here to explain us about the Montreal Protocol.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I am here to speak about the Montreal Protocol, which played a major role in the protection of the ozone layer. The Montreal Protocol is widely regarded as one of the most successful environment protection agreements. The Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer is an international agreement made in 1987. It was designed to reduce the production and import of ozone depleting substances and to reduce their concentration in the atmosphere to help protect the Earth's ozone layer. The Montreal Protocol sits under the Vienna Convention for the Protection of the Ozone Layer. The Vienna Convention was adopted in the year 1985 following international discussions on the scientific discoveries in the years 1970s and 1980s, highlighting the adverse effect of human activities in the ozone levels in the stratosphere and the discovery of the ozone hole. The Montreal Protocol sets binding progressive phase-out obligations for developed and developing nations for all the major ozone-depleting substances like chlorofluorocarbons, commonly known as CFCs, halons, etc. The Montreal Protocol targets 96 ozone-depleting chemicals across 1,000 applications in more than 240 industrial sectors. In addition to protecting and restoring the ozone layer, the Montreal Protocol has also brought about other significant environmental benefits. Most notably, the phase-out of ozone-depleting substances, which are also high global warming gases, has helped the global temperature by reducing the amount of greenhouse gases which are going into the atmosphere. Damage to the Earth's protective layer has sparked unprecedented worldwide concern and action. Since it was agreed internationally in 1987 to phase out ozone-depleting substances, 197 countries have ratified the Montreal Protocol. On January 20, 2012, South Sudan ratified the Montreal Protocol, making it the first ever international environmental treaty to achieve complete ratification. India signed the Montreal Protocol on 19 June 1992. It is the duty of each and every one of us as Indian citizens to protect the ozone layer. By saying this, I'm concluding my words. Thank you and have a nice day.